Welcome. Let me share a truth that might sting a little, but it's vital. Your mouth isn't the problem, your brain is. You think slowly in English, which is why your speech is slow, unclear, and nervous. You pause, you search for words, and when they finally come, they sound weak, shaky, and confusing. But here's the powerful truth. If you train your mind to think faster, your mouth will speak clearer. English fluency isn't about endless grammar rules or memorizing complex vocabulary. It's about mental speed, mental clarity, and mental fluency. In this video, I will show you how to reprogram your brain to think quickly and speak clearly in a way that feels natural, confident, and strong. Please listen until the end, and I promise you will finish with tools that will transform your speaking forever. If you care about your fluency, your confidence, and your success, subscribe to our channel now. We provide the most helpful, powerful, and easy to understand English videos in the world. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Why you think slowly in English. Let's start with a truth no one taught you in school. You are not bad at English. You are simply thinking in two languages, and your brain is overloaded. Imagine a conversation. You hear a question in English. Your brain translates it to your native language. You formulate an answer in your native language, and then you try to translate it back into English before speaking. This entire process takes 2 to 3 seconds. In a real conversation, 2 seconds of silence feels like a failure. That's why you pause, why you use fillers, like, or, like, and why your words come out confused. The root problem is that you are not thinking directly in English. Consider this example. Someone asks, "What did you eat for lunch?" A slow thinker translates the question, thinks, "I ate rice and vegetables," in their native language, then struggles to recall how to say it in English. Finally responding, "I ate rice and veg." It sounds broken, not fluent. The brain is translating, not responding. A fast thinker with a clear English brain hears the question in English, thinks directly in English. "I ate rice and vegetables," and says it with confidence. Simple, fast, clear. Stop being a translator. Start becoming a responder. When you think directly in English, you don't need time to search for words or translate. You simply express yourself. You care too much about making mistakes. You worry if your grammar is perfect. You panic if someone is watching. All of this creates immense pressure in your brain. Under pressure, your thinking slows down. What emerges from your mouth then? Hesitation, weakness, fear. Stop trying to speak like a dictionary. Start speaking like a human. Try this, name plus speak. Look around your room. Point to one object. Speak about it for 5 seconds in English only. For example, a table. "This is my study table. I use it to work. It's brown. I love it." Do the same with a bottle, a phone, a curtain, a window, and so on. This works because you are thinking in English, responding fast, and not translating. This trains your brain to speak automatically. Your problem isn't a lack of vocabulary. Your real problem is slow access to the words you already know. So, from today, tell yourself, "I'm not a slow speaker. I'm a slow thinker in English, and I can fix that by training my brain step by step, just as this video will show you." Chapter 2. Train your brain for fast thinking. This chapter won't start with a motivational line. It will start with a real, practical, honest question. When was the last time you practiced thinking in English without speaking? Most learners focus only on speaking, but speaking is the final product. The true foundation is thinking, and thinking is a muscle. It must be trained every day. Just as a boxer trains in the gym before a fight, you must train your thoughts before you speak. This chapter will show you exactly how. You don't have a speaking problem. You have a mental delay problem. Your ideas arrive late. Your decisions come slowly. Your brain isn't ready for real-time response. This delay kills your fluency. So, let's fix it with silent fluency training. This might surprise you, but some of the world's best language learners use silent practice to become faster thinkers. Here's how it works. Go through your normal day, but instead of thinking in your native language, begin to think in English quietly inside your mind. You don't need to speak out loud. You don't need a teacher or even a partner. You just need intentional thinking. For instance, in the kitchen, instead of thinking in your native language, silently say in English, I'm making tea. I added ginger. I like it strong. These are short sentences, but they are powerful because they are real and in the moment, automatically training your brain to think faster in English. Now, let's go deeper. Here's one of the most effective drills to improve your brain speed for English. The 3-line drill. Choose any topic, for example, my favorite food. Now, without thinking too much, write or speak 3 fast lines in English without stopping. I ate it last night. I like extra cheese. Then immediately choose a new topic, my morning. I woke up at 600. I brushed my teeth. I felt tired. This isn't about perfect grammar. It's about reaction time. Your brain is being trained to grab thoughts and turn them into words instantly. Do this for 5 minutes daily, and you'll see a transformation in 7 days. Another powerful tool to increase your mental speed is called word sprinting. Here's how to do it. Choose a common English word like water. Now set a timer for 1 minute. Start saying everything you can think about that word as fast as possible. Water is cold. I drink it every morning. It keeps me healthy. I carry a bottle. I forget sometimes. My doctor says drink more. I feel fresh after water. There's no need for long answers. The goal is to move fast. This builds the neural pathway between your thoughts and your English output, and that's what fluency truly is. Most learners wait until they are speaking to begin thinking, but fluent speakers are already thinking while the other person is talking. They are always one step ahead because they have trained their mind to process English thoughts quickly. And that is your goal. You want your brain to work like this. Hear English. Think in English. Respond in English. No translation, no delay, no stress. You can't speak fast if your brain is slow, and you can't speak clear if your thoughts are foggy. So don't wait for English to become automatic. Make it automatic by training your brain like an athlete. Practice silent thinking. Do the 3-line drill. Sprint your words. Repeat every day, and your speed will come. Your clarity will come, and so will your confidence. Chapter 3. Do mental shadowing, not just repeating. Most English learners practice shadowing by listening to a native speaker and repeating what they said word for word. That's helpful. But it doesn't train you to think in English. It only trains your mouth to copy sounds. If you want to think faster and speak clearer, you need something more powerful, mental shadowing. This is a deeper, smarter way to shadow. Let's break it down. Mental shadowing is the practice of thinking your answer before the speaker finishes. Instead of passively listening and repeating, you actively think, what would I say next? Before they say it. It's a technique used by advanced interpreters, fast thinkers, and fluent speakers, and it rewires your brain for real-time communication. You're watching a video. The speaker says, I usually wake up around. Now you pause the video and guess the next part in your own words. You might say, 600 in the morning. I brush my teeth and take a shower. Then unpause the video and see what the speaker actually says. Maybe they said 60 hoser a.m. I drink coffee and read the news. Your answer was different. That's perfectly fine, because the goal is not to match the speaker. The goal is to train your brain to respond in real time before the answer is given. This builds your thinking speed, develops your confidence, and activates your mental reflexes in English. In conversations, people do not wait for you to copy. They expect you to respond fast and clearly. Mental shadowing teaches your brain to hear half a sentence, predict what comes next, form a response quickly, and speak your version clearly. This is the core skill of fluency. Here's how to train yourself in mental shadowing. Choose a real conversation video, not a scripted speech. Opt for something natural like interviews or podcasts with subtitles. For beginners, watch with subtitles on. Listen to one sentence. Pause after the first few words. Predict the rest in your own English. If the video says, I think social media is, you pause and say, a waste of time, or helpful for business, or addictive but entertaining. No answer is wrong. What matters is that you're training your brain to respond fast in real time. Check the real sentence. Listen to the rest of the video. Compare your version with the speaker's version. Don't judge yourself. Just observe. This process builds mental flexibility and speed. Once you're comfortable, turn subtitles off. Now it becomes harder and more powerful. You're forcing your brain to listen, think, and speak all in real time. At this level, you begin to build automatic fluency. Try this, play a YouTube interview. But this time, don't listen to the question. Mute the question and imagine a possible question. Then give an answer in English for 15 seconds. Then unmute and listen to the real question. This may sound strange, but it sharpens your mind's ability to speak freely under pressure. That's what real-world conversation demands. Repeating what you hear is good for your mouth, but predicting what comes next trains your mind. Repeat and copy, and you will learn rhythm. Mentally shadow, and you will learn speed. Repeat and mimic, and you will sound nice. Mentally shadow, and you will sound clear, fast, and confident. So start today. Pick a video. Pause early. Think ahead. Speak your version. You're not just shadowing anymore. You're becoming a real speaker. Chapter 4. Remove noise words that slow you down. Imagine you're in a conversation and someone asks you, so, What's your opinion on this topic? And your answer sounds like this. Actually, it's kind of, yeah. So I think it's like maybe this is what we call verbal clutter. Noise words, filler phrases, empty sounds. They don't help you, they slow you down. They make you sound confused even when your idea is clear. This chapter will teach you how to remove those words and replace them with silence, structure, and confidence. Let's be honest, you don't say, like, or, because they are useful. You say them because you're afraid of silence. You're not sure what to say next. You're buying time to think. You don't feel confident about your English. In other words, these words are not part of your language. They are part of your fear. And that fear creates hesitation. Hesitation creates confusion. Confusion kills clarity. Words like like, actually, so, yeah, sort of, kind of are not always wrong. But when they are used in every sentence, they become verbal garbage. They make you sound less clear, less confident, and less fluent. A short pause is better than a weak word. When you feel the need to say, try this instead, pause, breathe, then speak your next word with purpose. In fact, native speakers use silence as a tool. It shows they're thinking, not panicking. This is a professional habit, and you can build it too. Choose a topic. Start speaking. Every time you feel like saying, or like, pause instead. Take 1 second of silence, then continue. At first, it will feel unnatural, but soon your sentences will sound cleaner. Your ideas will feel stronger, and people will listen to you, not your hesitation. Noise words come from disorganized thoughts. If you think in half sentences, like, maybe, like, I think it's good, but, it depends, then your mouth fills the gaps with clutter. Instead, learn to speak in short, complete sentences. For example, I believe it's a good idea. I'm not sure, but I understand your point. Let's think about it from a different angle. Clean structure means clean speech. Removing noise words doesn't make you sound robotic. It makes you sound focused. Confidence is not always in the words you say. Sometimes it's in the words you choose not to say. Speak with calm, speak with clarity, speak with control, and people will listen to you, not your ohms. Chapter 5. Think in chunks, not one word at a time. Let's begin this chapter with a test. Say this sentence out loud, slowly. I am going to the market. Now say this version. I'm going to the market. Same sentence. Same words, but one sounds broken, the other sounds fluent. Why? Because the first version is built word by word. The second version is built in chunks. This is the key to fluency. Language chunks are groups of words that belong together and are often used together. Instead of thinking I plus aim plus going plus to plus market, you think I'm going to the market as one single block. Fluent speakers don't speak word by word. They speak in ready-made blocks. That's why they're fast. That's why they're clear. Consider phrases like, what do you mean? Let me think about it. I don't really know. That's a good question. I'm not sure. But each of these is a chunk, not just a sentence. And your brain can store and recall chunks faster than individual words. This reduces hesitation, reduces translation, and builds real fluency. Listen and collect. Watch English videos or podcasts. Every time you hear a natural, useful phrase, write it down as a chunk. Examples? To be honest, at the end of the day, it depends on the situation. Let's get started. Who's up to you? Build your own list. Read it daily. Say them out loud. Your brain starts to memorize them as fast units, not as pieces. Create your own chunk routine. Take common situations from your life. For example, making a phone call. Write down all the possible English chunks you might need. Hello, this is hey your name. Can I speak to? Sorry, I didn't catch that. Let me call you back. Then repeat these aloud every day for 3 minutes. Soon they become automatic. Practice with mini conversations. Take 2 to 3 chunks and connect them into a conversation. A, hey, can I ask you something? B, sure, go ahead. A, I'm thinking of starting a podcast. B, that's a great idea. Let me know if I can help. This is how real fluency is built, not by grammar rules, but by thinking in meaningful blocks. When you think in chunks, you don't need to build sentences from zero. You reduce pauses and filler words. You focus on the message, not the grammar. You speak more naturally like native speakers. You move from language builder to language user. And that is the difference between slow and fast, between broken and clear. Don't build your English word by word. That's like building a car with a spoon. Instead, build it in blocks. Train your mind to grab the full idea, not just the pieces. The faster your brain finds the right chunk, the faster your mouth speaks with fluency. This is how real English begins. Chapter 6. Use a thinking timer. Train your brain under pressure. This time we begin with a situation every English learner has faced, but most never train for. You're in a job interview or a group conversation, or someone suddenly asks you a question. What's your opinion on this? And your brain freezes. You know the answer. You understand the question, but still nothing comes out, or what does come out is broken, delayed, and unclear. Why does this happen? Because you never practiced speaking under time pressure. You never trained your brain to think fast when it matters most. This chapter will show you exactly how to fix that. When you're alone, your English feels fine. When you're with friends, it's okay. But the moment pressure hits, your fluency disappears. This isn't because you forgot English. It's because you never trained your brain for fast response speed. Your thinking speed is still in slow motion. Your brain is waiting for comfort. But real life doesn't wait. You must learn to think clearly, quickly, and under pressure. That's where the thinking timer and the 3-2-1 technique come in. This is your new English workout. Every day, you set a timer and speak on a topic for a fixed time. No pause, no editing, no translation, just thinking, speaking. This is one of the most powerful fluency training tools in the world, used by public speakers, language learners, and memory experts. Choose a simple topic like my daily routine, my favorite food, what I do on weekends, or a place I want to visit. It should be familiar and personal, something you can speak about naturally. Speak for 3 minutes. Set a timer for 3 minutes. Start speaking. No stopping. No thinking too long. Even if you make mistakes, keep going. You're teaching your brain to move forward, not freeze. Repeat for 2 minutes. Now do the same topic again, but this time in 2 minutes. You have less time, so your brain must move faster. You must choose better words. You must organize your ideas more clearly. This builds mental efficiency. Repeat again for 1 minute. Final round. Same topic. 1 minute. Now your brain has only 60 seconds. No time for confusion. You must get to the point. You must think sharp. Speak clear. This is how you turn mental chaos into clear communication. The 3-2-1 method trains 4 powerful skills. 1. Speed, you think and speak faster. 2. Clarity, you choose better words. 3. Structure, you begin, explain, and end more clearly. 4. Stamina, you speak longer without mental fatigue. You're not just improving English, you're training your brain like a speaker. And the more you do this, the more confident and natural you become. Use random topics. Write 20 topics on paper. Pick one blindly. Do the 3-2-1 drill while walking. Add physical movement. Record your voice and listen back. Note the difference between round 1 and round 3. These variations help simulate real conversation situations where your brain must respond under movement, distraction, and emotion. Don't stop to fix grammar. Don't try to sound perfect. Don't pause to translate. Don't choose boring topics you hate. The goal is not perfection. The goal is mental fluency, the ability to respond quickly, clearly, and naturally. Pressure is not your enemy. It is your trainer. It exposes the weakness in your thinking and gives you the chance to fix it. With the 3-2-1 technique and daily timed practice, you stop fearing the clock. You start beating the clock. This is how clear speaking is built, not by waiting, but by training. Start your 3-2-1 session today. Choose your topic, set your timer, and begin. In 7 days, you'll feel the difference. In 30 days, others will hear it too. Chapter 7. Control fear equals control your mouth. This chapter is different. It's not about practice. It's not about drills or tricks. It's about something deeper, something that silently controls your fluency. Fear. Fear of mistakes. Fear of sounding stupid. Fear of being laughed at. Fear of not being good enough. Every English learner feels this, but no one talks about it until now. Your brain and your mouth are connected by emotion. When your heart is calm, your mind is clear. When your mind is clear, your words flow. But when fear enters, everything collapses. Fear activates the stress system in your brain. Your body tenses. Your throat tightens. Your brain becomes cloudy, and suddenly even simple words disappear. You freeze. You panic. You give up. This has nothing to do with grammar. It has nothing to do with vocabulary. This is emotional interruption, and it's one of the biggest reasons why smart learners cannot speak fluently. You know how to say, "My name is, I live in, I like to cook." But the moment someone important asks you in public, your mouth goes silent. Why? Because you don't trust your English under pressure. You think, what if I mess up? What if they laugh? What if I forget? And that fear controls your brain. There is no magic trick, but there is a path. And it begins by changing your relationship with mistakes. You must stop chasing perfection. Because the secret to fluency is not speaking without mistakes. It's speaking in spite of them. Start speaking badly on purpose. Yes, you heard that right. Start speaking English in a relaxed way, even if it's broken. Get comfortable with mistakes. Laugh at them. Keep going. Say things like, "Sorry, my English is not perfect, but I'm learning." That one sentence shows more confidence than any perfect grammar ever could. Practice in safe zones. Don't train your fluency in dangerous situations. Find your safe space. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Record voice notes just for yourself. Speak to a friend who supports you. Practice in your room with no one watching. The more you speak in safe zones, the stronger your voice becomes in real zones. Train your nervous system before a speaking situation. Take 3 deep breaths. Calm your body. Focus your eyes. And say this to yourself: I don't need to be perfect. I just need to be present. Then speak. Even if it's not perfect, you're winning. Face small fears. Everyday fear grows in silence. But when you face it, even in small ways, it loses its power. Speak to a stranger. Ask a question in English online. Say one sentence in English in a store. Join a group chat and type something. Each small action destroys one piece of the fear. Day by day, your confidence builds, and with confidence comes clarity. Fluency is not just about language, it is about emotion. If you want to speak clear English, you must speak from a clear mind. And a clear mind comes when you stop fearing mistakes and start trusting your growth. You are not stupid. You are not slow. You are not broken. You are learning. And learning is never something to be ashamed of. Control the fear, and you'll control your mouth. Chapter 8. The 4P formula: practice, pronunciation, pace, power. This is the moment where everything comes together. You've learned the techniques. You've trained your brain. You've broken fear. Now it's time to build your system. Something you can follow every day. Introducing the 4P formula. This is not just a tip, it is a mindset, a routine, a complete framework for clear English speaking. Let's break down each P in full detail. 1. Practice. Train your thinking and speaking muscles. Fluency is not talent, it is repetition under the right conditions. But most learners practice wrong. They memorize words. They repeat grammar rules. They listen passively. That's not fluency practice. That's academic English. Real practice looks like this: speaking daily, even for 5 minutes, using 3-2-1 drills, talking about your own life, doing brain plus mouth shadowing, recording your voice, and fixing your speed. You don't need 3 hours a day. You need consistent, focused practice every single day. 2. Pronunciation. Make your words sound sharp and confident. Clarity is not about having a British or American accent. It's about making your words easy to hear, easy to understand. Focus on opening your mouth properly, stressing the correct syllables, ending your words clearly, and avoiding mumbling. A great way to practice this is to read out loud for 5 minutes daily using subtitles or a book. You'll hear yourself. You'll adjust naturally. You'll begin to sound clearer. Clarity beats accent always. 3. Pace. Control the rhythm of your speaking. Most learners think speaking fast equals fluency. Wrong. Speaking clearly with a controlled pace is much more powerful. Rushing causes mispronunciation, forgetting words, and sounding nervous. Instead, learn to speak like this. Start slow, especially with new topics. Use short sentences. Pause between ideas. Don't fill silence with fillers. Use real pauses. A calm pace gives your brain time to think and gives your listener time to understand. That is what clarity really means for power. Speak with presence, confidence, and purpose. This is the secret weapon. You can practice for years, but without power, your English will always sound weak. Power is not about volume. It's about energy, presence, belief, and intention. Here's how to build it. Speak with your chest, not your throat. Look people in the eye. Know what you want to say. Don't shrink your words. Don't apologize for speaking. Say your sentence like it matters, like you mean it, like it's coming from your heart. Because that's when people listen. When you combine practice for fluency, pronunciation for clarity, pace for control, and power for confidence, you become unstoppable. You don't just speak English, you deliver it. You express it. You live it. That's what it means to think faster and speak clearer. You've now completed one of the most powerful English fluency videos ever made. You didn't just learn speaking tips. You learned how to reprogram your brain. You learned how to remove fear. You learned how to become clear, calm, and confident, not by accident, but by daily practice. If this video helped you even 1%, subscribe to our channel right now. We're building a space where English is not just a subject, it's a life skill. If you're serious about speaking better English, save this video, watch it every week, and use every chapter like a daily gym. Remember, clarity doesn't come from talent. It comes from training. And you are now in training. Speak your truth. Speak with strength. Speak with speed. And most of all, speak like you belong. Thank you for watching. Let's grow together.